Do it. Let's jump out to the lines right now because we've got an exciting guest who joins us live on our Village Inn hotline where all of our guests always appear. It is El Paso Chihuahuas manager Rod Barajas. And Skip, first off, good to have you back on the program, and congratulations. You guys have had a very successful last 5 games, and the bats have really been coming alive for you during this win streak.
Well, thank you very much, guys. We started the season pretty slow, and I said give us some time, and I had a lot of confidence in what we had here and the ability of the players that we have here, and offense is just swinging the bat great, pitching's getting better, and we're excited to keep moving forward.
Skipper, when you said you started slow, what do you tell the players just to hang in there, believe in yourselves, and eventually you're going to come alive? Is that what do you preach to them?
Well, I actually didn't preach anything to them. I just let them. I didn't want them to feel like I was. I had any pressure or I had any negative thoughts, because I didn't. I knew it was eventually going to turn around. I think once you start having meetings, that means that there's a problem. And then for me, it was way too early to have meetings to bring these guys in and, tell them it's going to be okay, everything's going to be fine. It was way too early for that. I just let them go about their business, let them do their thing, and I knew eventually it would turn around. And the last thing you want is for your team to feel like you're feeling the pressure, that you're not confident in what's going on. And for me, keeping my mouth shut, letting them play was the best route to go.
Rod Barajas, manager of the El Paso Chihuahuas, joining us now on our Village Inn hotline as we continue. Well, first off, you look at this roster. It's almost an entirely different look than a year ago, minus Hunter Renfroe and Austin Hedges before he got hurt, although he spent most of last year in the big leagues anyway. So you've got so many guys that have not played on this club together before. It does take time. You can't just expect to mix a brand new group of guys and gel right off the bat.
No, that's completely true, and we've had a lot of guys leave also. The roster's not even the same as it was when the season started. So, that was the one big thing that I felt like we had was a lot of depth. There was a lot of guys that I was having a hard time trying to get everybody in the lineup. And once Amarista and Weeks and Perella and Dickerson, all these guys went up. Everybody was able to get more playing time, and these guys have been around each other for a good month now, and they know each other now. They know what to expect on the field. But, yeah, you need to give these guys time to gel. And, obviously they've gelled. they're in a good spot right now. And, depth is still, one of our strengths. Even though we've lost those guys, I feel like we have guys right behind them that are, could step in any single day and help the team win.
Well, offensively, you've really been putting the bat to the ball over these last couple of games, and Saturday night was a great example. You're losing for a good chunk of the game, then all of a sudden you battle back, had that big 8th inning where you score, 4 runs and end up winning the game 6-4. Hey, that just tells you, and the crowd was great. They hung in there with you as well, stuck around throughout. Just, how exciting these games have become. And tell you something else, you probably, you remember what El Paso was like as a player when you were going to Cohen Stadium in Northeast. Now you're here downtown, and it's changing because fans don't leave. When they're here, they're sticking around.
Well, and that's awesome. As players, we feed off these fans. I think we've showed the ability to score runs late. It doesn't matter who's on the mound. We're going to make it interesting. We're going to make it exciting. And with the fans being here, staying here, and having our back and pushing for us and giving us that extra energy, it definitely helps out. Nobody likes playing in front of an empty stadium. So the fact that the fans are staying here and they have hope, it gives us hope also. So, hats off to all you people coming to the game. It's been awesome playing in front of you guys. And, like you said, this team has a lot of fight. We've come from behind quite a bit. It's just a matter of being patient with these guys. They're going to eventually end up swinging. They're going to get some hits. They're going to score some runs. And, that's what we've been doing here lately, and put together a pretty good run.
And Skipper, we also talk about the great promotions you guys do as well. And this Saturday night, those uniforms were just amazing. What did you think of the throwback jerseys?
Oh, I love those uniforms. Those are probably the best uniforms I've ever worn in big leagues, minor leagues. It was a lot of fun seeing those colors. Obviously some lucky fans got to take those uniforms home, but I was a little sad that we got rid of them that quickly. I'd love it to be a weekly occurrence here at the stadium, but I know the players loved them. I thought they looked sharp. The fans loved them, but I'll try to talk to these guys to see if we can bring them back for a couple more games.
Well, you got to do it. Matter of fact, fans loved it. I know that for a fact. So all it tells me is that if you could find a way to make that happen and get those jerseys in regular rotation, I think El Paso would get it. They like the brown and yellow, Skip. That's what it's about.
Well, it's honestly one of my favorite colors. I was telling one of the other coaches, I'm like, if I'm ever in charge of a minor league team, or where we're just starting out and they have to pick their colors, these are the colors that I want to go with.
Yeah.
I absolutely love these colors. They were considered ugly for a while, but now you look at them and gosh, they go so well together. So, it's I love them. Players love them. I'll talk to the front office here, see if we can bring those back.
I look at this team right now offensively, and, as a team, you're hitting the heck out of the ball, and you look at, guys that are driving in a lot of runs. It's balanced. You've got Loney leading the team with 19 RBIs. Renfro's right behind him with 17. Schimpf has 15. Margot with 14. Noonan with 14. Then you got a couple guys, and McElroy, who was just named Player of the Week with 13. Dickerson, who's called up with 13. I love the fact that it's not a one- or two-man show, that everybody's just into the act right now.
Oh, no, yeah. It's 1 through 9. It's 1 through 9, good at-bats, taking advantage of opportunities. It's amazing. I write this lineup up, and I don't see a weakness anywhere. I feel like in any spot, any situation, whoever's up there, righty, lefty, doesn't have lefties that swinging the bat so great against left-handed pitching. There's hardly ever any consideration of pinch hitting. But, yeah, I mean, it's up and down the lineup. If one guy doesn't have it that day, the next guy picks him up. That's the beauty of this game. You got guys hitting behind you, guys that are just waiting their turn, and if you can provide them with that opportunity, they're going to pick it up. But it's great having this depth, and it's a hard thing every day. It's still hard making the lineup because all these guys are playing well, and all these guys deserve to have the opportunity to go out there and play.
I guess if there's one thing you do want to see here in the next few weeks, it's seeing better outings from your starting pitching. Obviously, you look at the ERAs for guys like McCutchen and Guthrie and Pimentel and Reynolds, and they're high. And finding ways for these guys to miss more bats and just settle down. Luckily for you, you've been able to out-hit a lot of teams and win these games over the last 5. But obviously, you probably would rather be in a good 3-2 game or 4-3 game than, let's say, an 8-7 or a 10-9.
Yeah, that's kind of that's kind of where we need to be. I know these guys are working hard. They're giving their best effort when they're out there. We do need to obviously pick it up in the starting pitching department, but what's going on right now is not because of a lack of effort. These guys are going out there and they're battling for us. The bullpen's been solid, and for the most part. But that's the one spot where we do need to get better. We do need to make better pitches. We need to execute. That's a work in progress. Like I said, these guys are, they're throwing their bullpens. They're paying attention to detail. And, in my opinion, that should turn around here pretty quickly.
Meanwhile, if you're going tonight to the ballpark, 6:35 first pitch as they wrap up the series with Fresno. And it's going to be a good one with Brandon Morrow on the mound. I know he's kind of in his injury rehab right now. I don't know how much longer he's going to be with El Paso because he spent so much time over the years in the bigs. And really, it's going to be a treat for El Pasoans to get out there and get a chance to see Morrow on the mound. Yeah,
this guy has electric stuff. Obviously, he's coming back from injury, but I remember facing him when he was with Seattle, him just coming up, and he was pitching out of the bullpen, and he struck me out, and I walked back to the dugout, and I'm like, this guy's unhittable. I have no chance facing this guy. So, he's got electric stuff. He did some awesome things in Toronto. He was doing great with the Padres last year before his injury. So, if he can get that arm back, the arm strength back, and just be healthy, this guy's got some great stuff. So, going into tonight, I'm looking for him to do some good things, and he's a strikeout pitcher, and in my opinion, he needs to miss barrels, and I think he's set for that, and hopefully tonight will be the night where he turns the corner.
Rod, have you ever seen bobble hair before, like we're going to get tonight with the big promotion?
That's the first. But he's got the hair to do it. If you're going to go bobble hair, you got to find somebody who's got some outstanding hair or something different to their hair, and obviously, Andy's that guy, so I'm looking forward to seeing it, touching it, and seeing what it's all about.
Good stuff. Hey, listen, have a great final game tonight, and then a nice quick road trip before you get to come back home by the end of the week with New Orleans and in Round Rock. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we appreciate the time and having you come on and talk a little Chihuahuas baseball with us.
No problem, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Skipper.
Rod Barajas, manager of the Chihuahuas, giving us some time here on our Village Inn hotline. And I'm telling you, playing good. Now, if you can just, they can find a way to keep that starting pitching, it's going to get better and better and better.